Donald Trump's Truth social media outlet officially launched this week, and man, was it not ready to launch. Ever since President's Day, which of course was the official launch day, the thing has been besieged with problem after problem after problem, including a 13-hour outage where you couldn't even get on it at all, and then a 300,000 person wait list. And of course, there have been other problems here and there, including a heck of a lot of censorship for a website that boasts about not censoring anybody. But the biggest problem, according to a cybersecurity analyst, might be in the website's design itself. This is coming from Bill Fitzgerald, who again, he's a privacy researcher. And he had this to say to the Washington Post. He said, the basic thing they needed to actually get right, to get someone in the door they couldn't get right, there's no better sign of a rushed implementation than the fact that you can't onboard anybody. Of course, referring to the fact that you've got this wait list, people trying to get in and they can't. So I'm hard-pressed to understand why anyone would trust that these people would keep their information safe. I mean, makes sense, right? You can't even run a website that's capable of staying online. So how in the world are we supposed to trust you with people's phone numbers, email addresses, and whatever other information you asked for from them when they signed up? This seems like a very big cybersecurity risk and cybersecurity breach waiting to happen. But that's not all. Okay, it's not just that this one researcher says, hey, probably shouldn't trust them with your data. The big problem comes from the fact that one, this site was rushed. It was not ready to launch, but they decided to launch it anyway. But two, the fact that they actually base their entire back end, basically, the coding of the website, on open source data. What that means is there is a group, let me find it here. Open source software called Mastodon. And basically what Mastodon does, it's kind of like a website builder, right? It's open source, so anybody in the world can use it, which means anybody in the world can figure out the ins and outs of it. That's the problem with it. Kind of like building a GeoCities webpage. Everybody knows how to do that. I'm sorry, I'm probably dating myself with that reference there. But either way, it's very easy to crack into, again, because so many different people have access to it. So it's easy for anybody. Again, you learn the ins and outs of it, you can figure out how to get into the back end pretty darn easily. And that's the big problem. They didn't take the time to code this whole thing themselves, to build something from scratch. I mean, if you look at it, it's essentially a carbon copy of Twitter at this point, except that they're not called tweets, they're called truths. They don't have retweets, they have retruths, because it's Truth Social. And as I mentioned, of course, they're having a lot of censorship issues for a website that says free speech, no censorship whatsoever. Here is what the Washington Post said. People are banned from trying to trick or mislead other users, violating anyone's privacy or publicity rights. I agree with that. Or posting messages that depict violence or include messages related to sexual fetishes, sugar babies, or any kind of sexually suggestive phrases. People are also forbidden from posting anything false, indecent, misleading, profane, obscene, filthy, or otherwise objectionable. And it's that phrase right there, otherwise objectionable, that means there are going to be moderators. Because you can't program objectability into an algorithm, right? If you could, right, we're in the age of AI suddenly and we've got other problems to worry about. So they basically outline in their own terms of service, this is what we're going to ban you for. But that's not even the worst one. Also prohibits anyone from attempting to, quote, disparage, tarnish, or otherwise harm, in our opinion, us and or the site. So us being, of course, Donald Trump's social media company, which is Trump Media and Technology Group, and you can't make fun of the site. So you do any of those things that, in their opinion, as it states in the terms of service, they don't like, yeah, you're going to get banned. They've already banned, somebody tried to create the Devin Nunes cow account on Truth Social, that person got banned. So it's not a free speech site. The experts are looking at this telling us it's probably not safe for your data. It's based on open source software that anyone can grab. It's plagued with problems because it wasn't ready to roll out, but they kind of had to do it because investors were getting scared. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that they actually ripped off their logo, according to reports from a British company that is now trying to figure out what legal avenue to go through to get them to stop using their logo, which is a, kind of T, brokenish a little bit, but it's the same logo that a trucking company over in Britain uses. So, yeah, they got problems. But hey, if you're willing to take the risks, right? Go on Truth Social and just pray that their overly eager moderators don't ban you before you get to send out your first truth. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.